Hey VC, it's Craig here. Man, I'm tired. This is my third video I've done today. So this one is a contest entry for Ron Haggerty at Ron Vinyl Pasta. He wants us to come up with, well anyway, his contest, you have to do a record that was overrated, a record that was underrated, one of your favorite comeback albums, favorite debut albums, and then 5 records from a certain year. Well, my problem with doing this video was, and I reached out to him and he said it was okay, I only have like 200 and something records, so it's hard to do all that as far as in the same year. So instead, I asked him if I could do favorite era. I was able to do that. So what I came up with for my what I think is an overrated album. I mean, I love the album. I play it a lot. So maybe it's not overrated. Maybe it's just an album that's just played a lot. Maybe you can word it like that. And that's Guns N' Roses' Appetite of Destruction. I love this album. I mean, like every song on here I mean, when I had this back in the day, I played every song over and over and over again. Still today, when I listen to it, I'll put it on and I'll play it from front to back. Not a problem. No skipping songs, nothing. It was a great album. I guess somebody could actually use it as a great debut album as well. But I chose to use this as an overrated album, which I want to consider maybe like an overplayed. Not that it's not good and it was overrated, as far as I'm concerned. Now, some people are going to laugh at me, but hey, that's great. But people, this is my underrated album. And a lot of people will probably disagree with me, but I feel that Judas Priest, Turbo Lover is an underrated album. Yes, it's not the same heaviness or boldness as all their other albums before. They entered some keyboard into this, but I mean, come on. Honestly, guys, I mean, think about it. You got first song, Locked In. Awesome song as far as I'm concerned. Private Property, Parental Guidance, Rock You All Around the World. I mean, Turbo Lover was the first song. So on that side, maybe Turbo Lover would be the weakest on there. Then you got Out in the Cold. Awesome lyrics by Rob Halford. Come on. Wild Nights, Hot Crazy Days. Okay, that one might be a weak on here. Weak song. Hot for Love, Reckless. I mean, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, to me, in comparison to all the other Judas Priest albums, yeah, it may not be as hard, but I think people give this a hard time. I think it's a very underrated album. I mean, yeah, the one before that, what was it? Not Screaming for Vengeance, but Defenders of the Faith. I mean, that was an awesome album. And then to come out with this, I get it, but I still think Turbo Lover is an underrated album. I consider this a comeback album. They came back with a brand new singer. I remember when this came out, I bought it, I was in Germany, and I love every song on this album. So I consider this a comeback album, and that's Van Halen, 5150. I mean, Good Enough, Why Can't This Be Love, Get It Up, Dreams, Summer Nights, Best of Both Worlds, Love Walks In, 5150, Inside. It's probably the weakest one on there, but still, great. I consider this a comeback album. Since they came back with Sammy Hagar and the last album they had, 1984, is with David Lee Roth. And it was some time, like, I don't remember how long of a time frame, but this I consider as a debut comeback album for Van Halen. in my book. Favorite debut album, no doubt, hands down, Wasp. Every song, man. I Want to Be Somebody, Love Machine, The Flame, B.A.D. School Days, Hellion, Sleeping in the Fire, On Your Knees. I mean, this album for a debut is awesome. And to be honest, I'll hold on to this one for a minute. Anyway, that's my debut. Top 5 for me, again, it's not the same year, it's the same era, 80s. But Y&T, Mean Street, love this album. Love it, love it, love it. Def Leppard, Pyromania, one of my all-time favorites from the 80s. This one also could have been considered one that was maybe underrated, but don't really care. I love Kiss Crazy Nights. Saw them on tour. In fact, Ted Nugent opened up for them. A good friend of mine, I was in a band, Larry, took me to the concert, and it was an awesome concert, an awesome time. But I love this album. So that would be number 3. Number 4, Quiet Riot, Mental Health. Thank you, JC, for sending this my way. Love this album. That's this right here just screams the 80s. And one of my favorite ones from the 80s. And also JC from the flip side again. But check this hype though. Look at that. Over 60 minutes of music featuring Burning Like a Flame, Dawkins, Back for the Attack. I love this album. So that was my 5 records. Like I said, I couldn't do it the same year because I just don't have enough records. But era, I got a bunch of 80s, and my favorite era is the 80s. There was a question on there also, what record would you like to have from that time period that you don't have? I mentioned this one. I have it on cassette, but I would love to have this as well as Bon Jovi's debut on vinyl. So there you go, Ron. I hope that was good enough. Like I said, sorry I couldn't stick with the year, but I tried. I looked through all the stuff. The most I came up with was 3 or 4 albums in 1 year, and they were good albums. But yeah, I liked it better this way, doing my favorite era. Guys, if you guys, it was Ron Haggerty. He already had one channel, but he switched it, and now it's Ron Vinyl Pasta. Go check him out. Go check his channel out. He has a ton of records. I think he's up to like maybe in the 2000s or something like that. Extremely knowledgeable. A lot of stuff he listens to, I don't listen to. It's too hard for me. I'm a wuss, I guess. Maybe when I was a younger teenager, I got into some of the harder stuff, but I just don't like it that much anymore. But if you're into some hardcore death metal, black metal, just metal, and you also throw some out there that surprises me sometimes. But anyway, it's a great channel. Go check out Ron. Give him some support. Ron, I love your brother. And just, I wish you all the best in the world. Okay, VC, that's all I got to say. God bless.